Hey, check this out. Here's a video of gameplay, but this is actually from in the middle of March. So, like 5 months ago, I had played in this Friday pickup game on and off for quite some time. I have a bunch of videos about it, or a bunch of videos from playing there. But at this particular point, things had changed a little bit that I wasn't aware of. For starters, there were 3 goalies. I hadn't been on the ice in a month and a half at that point. So I figured, maybe it'd be good to have the 3rd goalie for the hour-and-a-half skate. The other thing I noticed was I didn't recognize very many people in the locker room, and they all looked a lot younger than I remember this group being. It's pretty much a completely different group of people. It was a fun, fast game. I was a little intimidated when I realized that and saw the gameplay start up, just because, I mean, let's face it, I'm not the best goalie in the world, right? And then also, I hadn't been on the ice in a month and a half. That being said, I had fun. I felt like I skated really well. I reacted pretty well. Anyway, I had a lot of fun with that. And so for this one, for the first time, I think ever, I did a Tampa Bay Lightning kit. It started with the jersey, so let's talk about that. So this is just a Lightning jersey, CCM, that I had picked up a while back. Bought a handful of different jerseys. This is a double XL, and it just fits over a 90s chest protector. It's probably a little snug. I happen to have a CCM blank Tampa Bay, importantly, with the armpit stripes, and I am potentially going to cut this open and cut the other one apart to add those gussets to expand the jersey a little. It's a blank, it's a size medium that I have, and I won't be doing any disservice to the collectibles industry by doing that. So yeah, that's how I started the kit. Well, then the next piece that puts the concept of Tampa Bay Lightning together was my mask. Now, I used my Black Badger Elite mask and did vinyl on it again, and because I've already moved on from the Tampa Bay look and feel, I decided that back months ago I would do a little video for you about the mask. Okay, this little segment is going to talk about the mask for this game, and I'm actually filming this probably weeks before I ever get around to editing the video for this game. And that's because I have these 2 Badger Elite model masks. Funny enough, before I ever got the black one, this I believe was a black one that I painted white and had never foamed it out or anything, and therefore never used it yet. But I only have one cat eye cage that I feel comfortable floating around. So this is the mask that I wore for this video, and I had to take the cage off and put it over here. In fact, I even used the back plate because I didn't like the short straps on the white back plate. So I have to do this part of the video separate right now because I need to use this back plate and this cage over here on this mask for tonight's game, and that brings me to why I need to talk about it now. So the graphics that I did for this one are really terrible. You'll remember a while back I did this vinyl mask window. That looks pretty good, and I plan to keep that. But this is the one that a little bit of paint has peeled on the side, so I just keep doing new graphics on the side of the mask. And in this case, since I did the Tampa theme, I wanted to put a big Tampa logo there. Oddly enough, I got into the process of this, realized I didn't have any gray vinyl, but I did have this like shimmer hologram vinyl. And I thought, hey, that'll be cool because then I'll do lightning bolts on the top of it and stuff, which should be real easy to do. And then this took me way longer than I thought it would, and I ran out of time, and so I didn't get around to doing the whole thing. I was actually like really late getting to the rink and getting on the ice on time. So this shimmer vinyl stuff doesn't adhere very well. It's constantly bubbling. There's nothing I can do about that. I wish I would have had the gray. And again, it's kind of funny too, because partially I went with this because this stuff changes color at the angle you look at it. And when I was working on it, it was like silver to blue for me. But then I got out on the ice and I noticed it was looking more like purple to pink to me. So it has something to do with the different types of lighting. Anyway, this is a poly mask. It's not fiberglass. It's from roughly 1992. So anyways, that's a little bit about the mask, and now we'll get back to the rest of the video. So we'll move on to the pads and the gloves. Reactor 5 set. This is like a 1994-1995 gear kit, and they're in overall pretty decent shape. These blue ones have been touched up before I bought them. It's a really good job of covering up some of the bad spots where the color had wore off and so on. When you have the matching gloves, it always makes for a fun kit because you can do so much with that. This particular blocker still has an original palm on it, and it has a good fit and feel to it. There's a couple of spots I've actually taped, like a finger there, from covering up holes, but other than that, it has a good feel to it. So for the chest protector, I went with the Reactor 5 also, and the pants are also black Reactor 5 model. Finishing it off is the Cooper Reactor 3 stick. And I went with this one just because of the color scheme. Otherwise, if I had the black and blue in a Reactor 5, I would have gone with that. This particular Reactor 3 stick is actually a straight blade, even though it was made in 1994 or 1995. Well, there we have it. That's the gear for this particular video. There's a short game edit coming up. I only had the in-net camera box with me for this one. My son did not play, and I didn't have time. I got to the rink a little bit late. I didn't have time to go put up a suction mount. If you have any questions about the gear or the gameplay, any of that stuff, drop comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Hold,